For months, I'd been planning the perfect surprise for my parents' 30th wedding anniversary. They'd always talked about taking a cruise one day, just the two of them, sailing through turquoise waters, sipping champagne, watching sunsets over the ocean. So when I got my year and bonus at work, I decided to make that dream come true for them. I spent hours comparing prices, reading reviews, and making sure every detail was flawless. I even upgraded their cabin to a balcony suite and added a romantic dinner package at sea. When I clicked the final confirm booking button, I couldn't stop smiling. For once, I felt like I was giving something back to the two people who had given me everything. At least, that's what I thought. A week before the trip, I overheard my mother on the phone with one of her friends. She laughed softly, saying, "It'll be so relaxing without the kids. Just us and the ocean breeze." I froze in the hallway. Without the kids. She couldn't mean that literally, could she? Later that night, I asked her about packing plans. "Do you want me to bring the travel documents to the airport?" I said lightly. She hesitated, eyes flicking away. "Oh, honey, about that. Your father and I thought it might be better if it's just the two of us this time. You know, a couple's thing." I tried to laugh to hide the lump forming in my throat. "But I already?" She cut me off. "You've done so much already, sweetheart. Let us handle this one. We'll bring you something back." The next morning, I checked the cruise portal out of curiosity, and that's when I saw it. My name had been quietly removed from the booking. The passenger list only had Robert and Diane Moore. The suite was still the same, the champagne order still there, but my ticket gone. An hour later, a text from Dad lit up my phone. "Sweetheart, we thought it'd be weird to bring you along. This is more of a romantic trip for us. Hope you understand, love you." I stared at the screen until the words blurred through my tears. My chest ached so much I could barely breathe. I typed back, "Of course. Enjoy. You both deserve it." Then I set my phone down and forced a smile, even though my heart felt like it had just been left behind just like me. The day they left, the house felt emptier than ever. Their laughter echoed down the hall as they rolled their suitcases out the door, the wheels bumping against the tiles like a countdown to silence. Mom hugged me quickly, avoiding eye contact, while Dad patted my shoulder like I was a polite stranger. Then they were gone off to enjoy the gift I'd spent months preparing, without the person who gave it to them. I sat on my bed that night, scrolling through my phone. Within hours, their photos started to appear on social media. Mom posing in a sundress I'd bought her last Christmas, Dad smiling behind a glass of champagne. The caption read, "30 years of love, celebrating with my soulmate," not a single mention of me, not even a thank you. The comments were filled with heart emojis and congratulations. Family friends wrote things like, "What a wonderful trip. Did Alina surprise you both?" And Mom replied, "We planned it for months." That one comment hurt more than the text ever did. 2 days later, my younger brother Ethan texted me. "Mom said you didn't want to go. What's up with that?" I stared at his message, the unfairness of it all making my hands shake. So now, not only had they excluded me, they'd lied about it. I typed a response, deleted it, and finally sent, "I just wanted them to have a nice time." It wasn't the truth, but it was all I could manage. Each passing day, their posts grew more extravagant, buff. It spreads, sunset selfies, matching robes. I couldn't stop looking, even though every photo felt like a new bruise on my heart. But then something strange happened. The pain started to fade, not because it didn't matter, but because I was beginning to see clearly. This wasn't the first time they'd taken advantage of me. The unpaid loans, the guilt trips, the emotional manipulation, it all lined up like puzzle pieces. I had always been the giver, and they had always been the takers. Late one night, I opened my email to check the cruise details again, and that's when I noticed it. I was still listed as the primary contact for the entire booking. Every update, every payment, every modification, it all went through me. I leaned back in my chair, staring at the glowing screen. Slowly, a calm, deliberate thought began to take shape. "You wanted a trip alone." I whispered, "You'll remember it forever." I didn't sleep much that night. My mind replayed every memory where I'd been taken for granted, birthdays forgotten, loans never repaid, the endless "you're such a good daughter," speeches that always came right before a favor. But now, sitting in front of my laptop, I realized I held something they didn't: control. The cruise company's contact information glowed on the screen. I hesitated for a second before dialing, practicing my tone, polite, professional, unbothered. When the agent answered, I smiled to myself. "Hi, this is Alina Moore, the primary contact for booking number 7849. Within minutes, she confirmed my access to the reservation. I could make minor adjustments under my authorization. Perfect. I didn't cancel the trip. That would have been too easy, too obvious. Instead, I made small, meticulous changes. Their ocean view suite downgraded to an interior cabin with no windows. The champagne and fruit basket I'd pre-ordered canceled. The couple's spa package and private shore dinner refunded directly to my credit card. Each click felt like justice. I imagined their faces when they realized their luxury suite had turned into a box with walls that hummed from the engine room. I pictured Mom trying to smooth talk the front desk, Dad raising his voice in that entitled tone he saved for customer service. But I wasn't done. I scheduled a special delivery to arrive on their final night at sea, a sealed envelope with a note. I wrote carefully, hands steady. "I paid for this trip with love. You decided I didn't belong. Consider this the last gift I'll ever buy for people who think love has conditions." No anger, no accusations, just truth, written in calm ink. Once the letter was sent, I logged out of the cruise portal and closed my laptop. For the first time in days, my heartbeat slowed. The ache in my chest dulled into something new, not happiness exactly, but peace. During the week, they were gone. I didn't check social media once. Instead, I volunteered at a local shelter, helping serve dinner to families who smiled at me with genuine gratitude. Their warmth was healing in a way my parents' love never had been. When I went home that night, I caught my reflection in the window. I didn't look angry anymore. I looked free.